Okay, so there we go. Let's reset it. Refresh this a bit and okay. Let me share this with a few groups and then we shall be ready to proceed. So, so personally, how have I been doing with Lorwyn Eclipse Lorwyn Eclipse as draft? My, my one premier draft so far was very good. I managed to get 7-2 on that. I did two or three. You know what? I actually want to check the history on that as well. I I I think I did two quick drafts, if not three. Let me review my data here. I have done two. I've done two quick drafts. One ended 3-3. The other, and I did 7-2 the other one. I am starting to notice that that Vivid is a very good option to get into if you don't have the power. If you're not able to get it completely streamlined, you kind of want to consider the Vivid Splash option, especially if you're able to. Well, I would have to also say that the two that I managed to 7x, both of them I managed to draft the seat. One I drafted early, the other I drafted much later, and that is why so far I'm been kind of interested and in any color pair that will give me good access to some of the very good Vivid cards. Anyway, we'll figure out if Alchemy changes things up. I have not seen the Alchemy card list at all, so this is me going in blind. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing an Alchemy draft for Lorwyn Eclipse. As typical, I will pretty much also do one of these just as much as I do one sealed. And okay, now we're gonna have to game freeze on, especially okay. What is our Alchemy card? Because I'm probably not gonna run Maryland. Volatile Rift. Whenever a creature card is put into your hand from your library, it perpetually gets where. Okay, so this is a Vivid payoff. It can go double green or double red. Probably not that strong. I might take Eclipsed Elf. Liminal Hold is pretty good removal for that. Right now, I don't have anything that's really pulling me towards a particular direction. I could probably just take the Volatile Rift and call it a day, though it's probably not the best idea. Liminal Hold's probably somewhat better, though this locks me into Kitkin and Merfolk, and those are kind of linear. I could also just take Maryland Fate Ascendant. I'll just take this one, but it's probably kind of a throwaway pick. Okay, especially if you're opening something like Seer, which is pretty good for us. The Alchemy card here is Elvish Elegy. Mill 3 cards. Each creature card in your graveyard perpetually gets +1/+1. You may put an elf card. Okay, so this is interesting for elves, so I'm willing to take this one as an experiment. It's 1 mana, so it's really super low investment. That said, if this is me trying to see if I can make this work, but I would probably also just go straight green, just go straight into elves if I can make that work instead. So Flittering Wing Nuisance is fine. Elves looks like they're being cut really hard, so I now regret passing Seer because I'm about to take Boulder Dash. I could probably just take the Flittering Nuisance also, because we can just, instead of going into elves, we can pivot towards faeries, which puts us in Vivid again. So something I'm really not looking forward to. I passed red because it's either. Oh, I got one of these. Now this one definitely puts us into Merfolk because of Convoke. Also the triple blue, so I probably don't want to take this. Mirror Mind Crown, it's nice but it's not really playable in Limited. Changeling, Chomping Changeling is fine. Stoic Grove Guide is fine also. I probably would take the Changeling first because because that has a reasonable ETB. The Stoic Grove Guide is fine also, but that is a higher cost card. I'm probably gonna hit more of those. Okay, so Dawnhand Eulogist, this one is one of the... There is a Wildvine Pummeler, which if we're going for Vivid, this is one card we could go for. If I don't have to, I will probably just take the Dawnhand Eulogist first. There is a Blossom Bind for removal, Cinder Strike, so red is probably gonna be underdrafted. I could have gone in on it, but I think I'm gonna feel more comfortable passing it. Not sure if that's correct, but we'll see. And so it's easier for us to get Feastlings over this one, so I will probably take the Pummeler. There is an Unspent Assistance, but that's more for Merfolk card. Yeah, we'll take this one first. Hey Jericho Ladan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Okay. I will definitely take Mirror Form. This is quite a bomb in itself. I'm probably gonna be hoping for this one to wheel, super unlikely. Yeah, the Goblin, no one's drafting Goblins, so it's a shame. I guess I could go into that. Right now we are super greedy here, so we want to be on the lookout for... So this one is kind of meh. I might rather just take a Scarblade's Malice, though that's not so great either. It's probably fine. Yeah, good evening to you too. So what am I looking for right now? Yeah, this is something I'd be looking for. There is an Anti-Sentence. Unforgiving Aim is actually fine. It's not super great, but I will probably take Eclipsed Realm. Also realize this is not an elemental, so something to keep in mind. So I am definitely gonna be on the lookout for... Okay, Merfolk is pretty solid. I've been kind of embracing the sideways. I'll take one of these, but it's probably not great. Yeah, this is... Yeah, it looks like elves are kind of overdrafted right now. We'll see if we can pivot into some faeries instead, or if we can pivot into elementals here. If I had gone into goblins, if I'd stuck with red, it probably would have been quite playable. We passed the black-red uncommon and we passed the Bogart shenanigans. Those would have been fine. Merfolk, it's super on rails. You really need to get everything, or you're gonna get a whole lot of nothing. I'll take this. I'm not gonna play it, but Mythic's still a Mythic. Scarblade's Malice, I've already... probably not gonna need another copy. Bloodletter might be fine, but I'm probably not gonna run it either. Ooh, okay, so... Okay, I guess this is our Merfolk payoff. We got Sig, which I would like to take, but it's not. There's an unwelcome sprite. I might rather take a Nightmare Sower in this case. Again, Volatile Rift, but this would be we're not in red, so this would just be double green. Not so great for us here. There's another Wildvine Pummeler. I might just take the Nightmare Sower here. But I'm already acknowledging that this is probably not going to be a very great draft for us. Ooh! Okay, we're definitely taking Vibrance here. I know, even if it's just for double green, we can make it work. And I don't know if we can make the double red work, but I'm willing to take this one. It's still a 5-mana 4/4. So our other options, Creekwood Safe Right would be fine for us here. Yeah. And there is a Meek Attack. Not so great for us. There's an Opulent Clomper. What's this? Power and toughness equal to the number of colors among permanents. Okay. If this creature isn't all colors, it becomes a random in addition to its other... Okay, this is interesting. I would probably want to take the Shine Striker instead. But this is actually a very good Vivid Enabler. I don't know if we'll get this back. We might end up with a fairy instead. I'm hoping we could get this one back instead. But I will try this one out. So we now have a bit of so we're definitely not going typo here. I almost had everything merfolk after. I'll still argue. Yes, I agree. I agree with that one. The draft last week, it was the red board wipe that won us the game. I did a quick draft a few days ago. It was mirror form that pretty much won. Mirror form won me a few games. Deceit helped me a few others. So that is somehow it's coming up. If you put a counter on a creature this turn, this enchantment deals 2 damage. Okay, Lasting Fire is kind of like the Burning Vengeance, but with putting counters on creatures not being that consistent, this is really constructed. Boxeler's Embrace's removal. There's also Prismatic Undercurrents, which... Okay, I'm gonna consider that first. We're kind of spread a bit on colors here, and there are some black cards I might end up cutting. I do like a Boxeler's Embrace though. We'll take the Embrace first. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a Scarblade Scout over everything else. So we're still looking for changelings. We're still looking for elves. The problem with running elves and fairies is that it's only Maryland that wants it. Everyone else really just wants one or the other. And specifically the elves, they don't really want fairies. There's an Evolving Wilds, which I can take. There's a Puka's Eye that helps us in one color and helps us draw cards, so that's another thing. We could take a Squawk Roaster here. Among permanents, you control Double Strike, but not much of anything else. And I don't want to get into red. I might have to just take an Evolving Wilds instead. Okay, there's a Blight Rot. I definitely want to take that, especially since the other choice is probably Dose of Dawn-Glow. We are very short on creatures right now. I could still run a Blighted Blackthorn if I need to. What's this? When this creature enters each forest in hand gets... Okay, this does work. Except we're trying to go around, so... And it only benefits the ones in hand, but it's still a 3 mana. Yeah, I would take this. It's either that or the guide. I'll take another Pummeler. Yeah, the Shine Shrieker didn't come back. Okay, nothing else for us here. I'll just take the common. Yeah, I wanted the backs of Disruptor of Currents, Kin Binding, Harmony. Oh, those are very solid rares. Harmony. And yeah, we're definitely looking at the only way you're winning without Prince cards is super synergy, but that doesn't always happen. I think it happened a lot more in pick 2, so that one was more reasonable here. Dream Caesar. I could have taken the Cinder, but I'm still not convinced that I'm going to splash red. I will need more copies of Eclipsed Realms to make it work. Oddly enough, Runaway Together might be a good card for us here. Not so sure if that lines up, but we'll see. So as far as removal is concerned, just 2 cards, but I guess we might be able to get away with it. We probably want a way to get cards back if we're gonna make Elvish Elegy work. Oh, we did get the Squawk Roaster back, so we get the seat again for the 3rd time. Well, we're passing the Grand Goat Napper. I guess whoever's playing goblins here is gonna be super, and it's gonna be all my fault, I guess. But I am definitely taking the seat here. As far as removal, it's just Limited Hold and Cinder Strike. Again, I passed the... So this is where we put the... And we got the Shine Striker here as well, so it's that or another Blight Rod, which I also want to take. the problem is this. As I really want to run this. Realistically, I should be taking cards like the Graspling. For now, I'll stick with the Blight Rot. And let's see how else we can go here. Probably another Dawnhand Eulogist. Illusion Spinners is kind of okay. Hero, tap 2 to copy target triggered ability you control. This would be double red. Again, another issue here. I think I would rather have another Eulogist in this case. But again, our curve is also probably, we need more 2s and 3s at this point. Blighted Nightmare. When this creatures in your graveyard perpetually get... X can't... Okay, this is quite interesting. There's also a Bloodline Bidding, which we're unfortunately way too spread out here. I'm probably gonna try the Blighted Nightmare, and I probably might be a bit disappointed with it. There's an Asteroid Perfection, but I probably need to take a Changing Wayfinder here. Also note that Shapeshifters don't add to the count, so... But okay, there's a Sapling Nursery, that's nice, but I'm probably going to take an Iron Shield Elf here. I could also take the Prideful Feastling here as well. But I think the Iron Shield Elf is more powerful and it's cheaper. If I wanted other colors, then this is now the time to take it. I'm still willing to take this one. No, I think one's enough. We'll start taking some changelings. Unfortunately, we're missing out on... I guess I could take a Stratosaur. So we kind of have our counts available. There's a third Eulogist. There's also a Mirror Mind Crown we can take again here. Fine. And now we take a Kidney's Graspling. Again, we are super heavy on the... We are super heavy up top here, so we have to keep that in mind. Oh, we got Shine Striker back. It's either that or Simic Grove Guide. And I think the Grove Guide is more realistic, sorry. Got the Dream Seizure here. Probably still better than Perfect Intimidation. Yeah, game agrees. But I need to start cutting down trees and I need to start cutting down some fours. Tenda Springs might actually be playable here. We'll see. So, admittedly, this deck is super all over the place. I do not expect to win big. So I kind of just want the Eclipsed Realms to name for the doubles, so I can get away with just one island, one mountain. It does mean that the mill is really our enemy here, so maybe we don't cut that. 14-12, I probably want to cut some... If I could cut some green cards, except I really want Tenda Sprigs. We can probably start cutting creatures. You may put an elf or land card among the milled cards in your hand. So because this is among the milled cards, I'm gonna cut the Elegy. Embrace stays, these guys stay. Comper stays, Blighted Nightmare. This is worth trying, but I would not be surprised if I end up cutting this. I could end up cutting the Flittering Nuisance. Let's see, because we have 7 elves, 4 shapeshifters, so I don't really need any. If it's just for Maryland, but we do need these guys to enter as well, so that's another catch. Topsoil Turner, this is probably gonna go. It does have reach though, which is a shame. We could probably cut one Eulogist here, or not. Let's put it back for now. Squawk Roaster is questionable. I guess this is probably the safest one to cut because that's relying on this one. I really need only the red for Vibrance, and even that is question mark as well. Welcome, Pummeler. Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna test this out as a 41 card special. See how this goes. I'm super sketched out with this, to be honest. This is kind of me just experimenting. I would not be surprised if this. Do I regret not going into goblins considering the cards I pass? Yeah, somewhat. I would have been able to do vivid goblins actually. Between the mythic elementals we got, I think I would have been able to do vivid goblins. That would have been probably something I would have preferred more. That's it. That's water under the bridge. So we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. I kind of have to mulligan this. Okay, this one is somewhat better. So mirror form can go. So at the beginning of my upkeep, it becomes a random color, so it gains another color. So it becomes blue. Dabadi dabadai. And I can actually now swing safely with this. So this is actually this is actually an interesting card. There are well, that said, it's kind of vulnerable in some ways. Like Goblin has lots of cheap ways to remove it. That one is got to be super one of the super excessive ways to remove it. But we're kind of flooding right now, so it's not that great. Well, there's our elf cards. I'm kind of fine swinging with this. Let's see, do they have another Bog Slitter's Embrace? Ooh. So, our turn with the Scarblade Scout. Ooh, we could have used the Blight Rot. I still want to swing. It's still 3 damage true. But that said, we are kind of running dry here. Okay, opponent has a Blighted Nightmare. So next turn I could just Flitter Wing to... Is this... No! Oh wow, that's a quick concede. Did they not have any other creatures? I'll take it. That's surprising. Very surprising. But yeah, I'm probably starting to realize I might be a bit too addicted to Vivid. I don't think I've drafted double check that. No, I don't think I've drafted a straight deck, a straight two-color deck at all. I think I've pretty much done all vivid decks. Okay, definitely keeping this one. Turn changeling wayfinder is quite helpful for us. Conjure flooded strand. Ooh, that's actually quite. This is actually going to be super interesting for historic per se. So search library shuffle. I'm gonna do changeling wayfinder first. And I'll grab my mountain, though I really should be grabbing an island. I guess the reason that this is a safer grab is because since our opponent played the land already, I don't mind just taking two. They can have their flooded strand. Honestly, they probably should have hit first and play late. So never attacks. So yeah, we lost the Clomper, which is a shame. Honestly, our opponent should play the strand and play. Oh wow, they're not playing the strand. Yeah, this is so no way of playing the nuisance. I can okay with double green grab an island. I could also grab an Eclipsed Realms. Still gonna name Elemental here. So I could play this, but reality, what I want to do is play this. Blight 1, target creature. Can't return anything, so I'm actually gonna stay back. If I can hit blue, that would be really great. If I hit black, it's fine. Yeah, there's an argument that I should just grab the island instead. I would have been able to play this as well, then threaten to draw cards. I could also just play a Stoic Grove Guide in the meantime, which will set me up for one additional color for Pommeler. Opponent's gonna ponder. So kind of deciding what they want to do. Okay, looks like they shuffle. Oh no, or they're just still looking. And it's really in the tank right now. Okay, they just went for the Marrow Sky Swimmer, which nothing to get back. So probably just take. Ugh, Should have grabbed the island after all. Okay, now we've learned. I am going to offer this for the 2 cards, but I think the outcome is not big. Okay, so now we learned we should always prioritize basics, because this one's more of a dream card. Ooh, what is that? Use a creature type, add 1 mana, exhaust. Ooh, okay, Echoing Cavern looks pretty good. I will block the guide. Yeah, we need an answer to this. Okay, so we're kind of learning on the job here. Another eulogist. Try and convince my opponent to start trading stuff. Keep out. That's also fine. Yeah, I already regret not grabbing the island. It's more correct to always grab the basic. Okay, seeking a card type. Yeah, this is what you're talking about with the streamline Merfolk decks. Okay. Just drop this. Hold on. You control. Okay, so maybe not. Yeah, this is actually looking bad. We're probably gonna lose this one. So we're gonna take another tree up top in the air. This Marrow for more. Yeah, we really need a way to snipe this one. This is just gonna be the most annoying card in the bunch. Also interesting that our opponent's running red as well. Well, I guess because they named Merfolk, they can still play this. So I am gonna finally block this one now. Really? They have that card? I might have no choice but to play Deceit just to snipe this one. Okay, so I can play this, then this just to bounce. I could also play this. Okay, so this is the problem. So I might have no choice but to evoke. Okay, double black. Because this one's probably one of the worst things we can match up. And unfortunately, because of the timing, they also have a liminal hold as well. Yeah, we made the mistake of grabbing this. I would have been better off just grabbing it. Yeah, Beach. Not having removal for this really wrecked us. We really needed to have an out for the duelist. So there we go. one win, one loss. We made a really critical mistake there. We really should have just grabbed the basic island. Also because I already played the Vibrance, so there was no need for me to grab the creature type land. Also shows that we probably need more removal than the tree spells that we have. So, and yeah, this is also another issue with the Vivid mana base. You will get cans like this. So this is our case of us getting way too greedy. Okay, this is a lot better. And I probably actually just been... I want Nightmare Sower, but we don't really have that many instant speed spells. Oh my gosh, really? Oh wait, they went for the other... Oh yeah, they couldn't get the Battler. Okay. So, but this becomes a 3/4, which is a problem. So the Eclipse Realms can wait, but I'm most likely gonna just end up taking the 3 damage first. Yeah, I would say that the build we have is probably a lot more suited for elementals than elves, so I was probably better off not taking Elvish Elegy a while ago. Oh, come on, really? Opponent actually has a mono black deck, go figure. So this time I'm actually gonna swing with this. Now this is activate only as a sorcery, so if they want to remove it, might block. Okay, they're actually... Also, it does make this a 3/4 also, so this is also a problem. Yeah, at least they're going for it right away. Yeah, we're taking 6. There goes our Deceit, but okay, we... Also, our opponent's been stuck at 3 mana for quite some time. Okay, they finally found the forest that they needed. If they swing, I double block, so yeah, they know that. Do some math here. 1, 2, 3. Yep, a bit short. Should have just played this straight, but this might eat, one of these might eat removal, and I would be happier that way. One still has quite a full grip though, which is also concerning. So opponent has gained quite a lot of life in the process. Another frightful Eastern Shore. So 7. I still have one more elemental, but faeries also... I think we were able to cast our faeries. So please don't have a straight removal spell, or else I'm just dead. And then and that's a bit of a tough ask considering our opponent has like 4 cards left. Changeling, okay, that's fine. Probably Scarblade. Okay. It does mean it still trades, so I'm kinda okay with that. So Vibrance, I can't get this for red, but I can get this for... could have used that. So don't really need the red anymore, so I'll just grab another island. I kinda wish I had ways to grab cards out of the yard. But yeah, it's also not just what rares or mythics you have, but also the quality. The last quick draft I did, also had the it was elves. Also there was a Tristan's command there, and okay, this is 3. So probably gets back. I'm surprised you're not trying to get this one back. I guess the ship might have sailed, so that's why they're not bothering, I guess. It perpetually, if a creature... Okay. Not okay. Okay, it's okay. It's very over now at this point. Oh wait, so I need to have enough elves. So I only have 2, and this is you may cast a spell. So, and this is So it's enter. Okay, so we do get a free shot, but I'm not going to be able to cast, say, Pitiless Fist without being able to play 2 more elves. So that's a pass. And it's on each turn, so it's once each turn. But thankfully I got rid of the Pitiless Fist. That would have been super brutal if it was still there. No, +2/+2 would be nice. Okay, so they are going all out. Interesting. I can wait on this one. I definitely want to take this out. Definitely want to take these 2 out. So I'm going to be taking 6. Okay, they're starting to hold some back. Okay, they're taking the obvious ones back. Oddly enough, I need the extra elf, so I might actually have to take damage here. Let's see what combat trick they have. That's the problem. I'm playing into a combat trick and I have no other choice. Probably would have been more convincing if they... It would have been more convincing if they swung all in. Could also be some sort of board wipe. Really curious and kind of scared right now. Yeah, they're swimming in a lot of life. I really can't do much about that. Like to... Oh, okay, this is quite bad. Yeah, that's a very good use of it. Mirror form. Only have 3 creatures. Yeah. Oh, they can exile to make indestructible, which is... So at the least we could do is gain some life. Yeah, this is not the use of mirror form that they imagine. No, we're fighting, but I don't know if we're gonna actually make it out that well. So we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And gain 9, so... Well, gain 7. Gain 7, so there is that. But yeah, we're not winning this anytime soon. That said, our opponent was able to tread the line. They managed to do elves slash blight. And yeah, we're just drawing lands. There's no way we're winning this. Yeah, so kind of unfortunate for us there, but we'll try. But it is what it is. I did already say that this is probably gonna be our this are gonna be our sketchiest draft ever. Kind of trying everything out. So there we go, nuts. Let's see if we can at least get... I want to get at least a second win out of this. It's starting to look very unrealistic at this point. Okay, this one's fine. A second green would be nice. So we'll see what our opponent drops under turn 3 play. Elder Auntie. Okay, Evolving Wilds is good for us because I'm realistically probably just gonna grab this one. Yeah, we're gonna just grab that realistically. We managed to clear their board, but it cost us quite a few cards. That said, we can set up Vibrance into Pummeler, so that's not too bad. If our opponent wants to remove that, sure. Nuisance is... So I definitely want to grab another black at this point. Then next turn I probably play these two, or I can actually just play this one first. This one makes a black and green elf token, so wait, I think I can 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, I can do both. No, that said, our opponent might have removal for Vibrance, so that would ruin things. Okay, they did not get the dragon, so I'm fine with that. Okay, not the worst. I am gonna hold the Nuisance back because yeah, let's say they play these two out. One's getting through, the other is not. I might just wait on this one actually, but what I can do is I can play this, then remove a counter so that I'm probably drawing a card. Or I could spread the board out even more. Another mana would be nice because it will let me play this and empty this out. If they decide to remove this, oh, they have Blue Shadow. I am actually gonna take. So I'm actually gonna play this first. Hey, Andres Vega, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? I'm definitely gonna swing with all of these, and yeah, I need to double check that there's. Yeah, those are the expected blocks. But at least we got some refills, so there we go. No. Okay, that's okay. So take note, we have one fairy, one. So we would have a total of 3. The goblin deck should be on the cheap side, so we might be able to cast something. I'm actually gonna still keep taking here. Yeah, it's true that we're giving them cards, but well, actually, I could have safely blocked with this one. This was not an elf or fairy. Also, I need to check. You may cast a spell without paying its mana cost. Okay, so we do get it for free. So we're going to kind of need it because we're flooding Horde. Ah, not good. We only hit lands. So I'll just swing with the nuisance. That was such not a good hit. I needed to hit something with that. And our opponent has quite a full grip. Well, it's kind of my fault for not blocking the extractor item. So which one do they minus? That will reduce my count, but and this is another creature you control, die surveil 1, then remove. Okay, at least we can start getting rid of these lands. This one still provides a decent sized blocker, so it's not the worst. Ooh, okay, so do they have a way to sacrifice? Nope. Ooh, that's scary. This is only a power check, so we're kind of fine. We keep hitting their lands. But thankfully that did not matter. Wow, Maryland sucks. Okay, well, in this particular case, it wasn't that great. But it did give us a big enough flyer to win the game. It was worth the experiment. You have to always try things out. It's not going to be great all the time, but it's still worth trying. So, well, Friend's a really good shooter. Okay, so black mana, 10 to springs. I probably play this first. But we hit our black mana, so I'd probably get our second blue here. Opponent has the volatile rift. Whenever. And this is from your library. So it's everything's gonna get +2/+0. Actually, this is quite good now that I think of it. So we'll play this first. 2 turns to get this set up, but we do have a blight, so ooh, let's see if our opponent has a response to this. No, they're taking it. Also, the biggest thing to remember is that this is a check of permanence, not a check of lands. Okay, but they did have a removal spell, that's fine. actually, that was probably the least consequential. Well, not true. So I can snipe this. Okay. So this gets set back. We probably should deal with this first. So somehow this letting us know that a creature did get the benefit. You're just not able to play it. So we'll play this out first. So worst case, so okay, fine. We don't get to refill, but we do get to tend the springs, generate another creature. That's fine. Yeah, no. In hindsight, this is starting to look more attractive. Oh wait, that's a mistake. I should have taken the mountain. I still had vibrance available. No, opponent did not have anything else. I have no idea what was up there. But that gets us a third win. I'll take it. I can't complain. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. We got our opponent there. Let's see. Okay, we do have the double green to set up the rest of our spells. I guess I'll keep it. I don't like it, but that's kind of the point of evoke here. It sets up your next turns. So at least we get a setup of 2 into a setup of 3, so it's not too bad. So I should be able to get my swamp and my island for this. Oh, we did get our mountain as well, but in this case, no, we're just gonna evoke this now. Get this out of the way. We want... Yeah, we want swamp next. Okay, opponent's also into the mana. 4, 5. No. This is... No, there is still removal for this. Oh yeah, did they fix... No, they still have not fixed the graphical glitch here. And... Ooh, what did we... Okay, what did we hit? Seek X cards that share a color with one or more permanents control. No, we take... Gnarlbark Elm is what I'm considering casting, but that's just 2. Okay, that's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can do Oh, it has to be on that turn, so it's just straight mill. So this is just straight up milling them if you're not able to cast anything. In that regard, I'm probably gonna want to cast a changeling, just to keep on hitting them. Yeah, we somehow we did manage to get rid of their good stuff, but we somehow managed. Also, opponent's kind of ambitious. It looks like they're also playing into Vivid. Sure. So I probably end up taking. Ooh, Lorwyn Besiege. Oh, okay, this is... So we're taking 5, taking 9, unless I... Okay, we take for now. This is where I hope to hit something, but yeah, we could probably just lose to this. Okay, 7. So... We will cast this first. No targets, just... hoping to hit something that's 3. Oh wow, we've just been hitting their... Yeah, Maryland is not great. No, this one's gonna attack us a 5-10, so we're probably just chump blocking at this point. There's actually an argument that we might have to... Yeah, we've just been exiling their lands, but they've managed to... Oh yeah, Great Forest Druid, it really helps on the multicolored stuff. So this attacks us at 5-10, we're throwing this, and we have to throw this. This hits us a 5... This hits us a 5-7, so we are probably taking 5. Or I can double block this. Then this hits us a 4-5, which I can probably single block also. But yeah, this is not looking good for us. It's a case where you really wanted to hit all the stuff, but you really wanted to hit all the good stuff, but you couldn't. So Maryland is so conditional. And this is at least the Doran is kind of more useful. Yeah, we can concede. Also, the -1 counter actually benefits this one. That's a 4-point difference. So there you go. 3 wins. So it's actually kind of our average for this one. It's not the best, but I will take it for what it is. And yeah, considering that we experimented so wildly here, it's not the worst thing that could happen. That's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Let's see. What did we hit? Circadian Struggle. I seek X cards that each share a color with 1 or more permanents you control. For each color, this costs 1. So this would have given us cards and reduced their cost. So but still basically a card draw spell. Heirloom, seek a creature card of the most prevalent type, so no need to choose. Add 1 mana. So mana rock, that's but the seek a creature card is actually quite nice. So if you're playing a creature type deck, that's gonna read. Let's see. What's actually a first temporal cleansing? When this creature enters, you get the 1-time boon. When you cast with mana tree, make a copy. Actually quite good. And the perennial green warden, sure. Anyway, there we go. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.